What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 41 of our podcast, Sippin' Sports. I'm Dave. This is Chris. Chris, how are we?
We're great. Happy to be here for episode 41.
Episode 41. Few weeks, the holidays. Can't beat it. Good time of the year.
No, you can't.
Yeah. Some would say favorite holiday.
Is it your
Christmas.
favorite holiday?
Christmas?
Yeah.
I think it's got to be up there. I think you compare, if you dual or you package deal Christmas and New Year's, it's pretty good.
No, you get one.
I would probably take Christmas over New Year's.
Yeah, but is that top if it's by itself?
I'd say that's top. That's the top holiday.
It's my top two.
Top two?
No,
top also.
It's my top as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it, so bang, bang.
All right. What's your top moment in sports of last week?
Yeah, so as a lot of people probably saw, Argentina won the World Cup, beat France. Crazy game. Crazy game. Tied at 3-3 and then went to penalty kicks and Argentina took it home. So, crazy game. I think does that solidify that Messi's the greatest player? Kind of has to.
You think?
Yes, has to. I think it has to. I don't know about all time. There's all that other drama, but him and Cristiano Ronaldo, I think that puts him one step ahead.
Yeah.
But I do think it showed also France is going to be nasty for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe is gross.
Yeah, how do you feel about...
He's on the same team as Messi. They're on PSG together.
Yeah.
Like, how did you lose? You should not lose. Like, you can't lose.
They don't play every game, though, do they?
No, they don't play every game. But I'm saying, like, when it comes down to tournaments, like, when it comes down to the finals and stuff, they should win. They should win that league.
Yeah, but soccer of all sports is less of a one-on-one show than any other sport.
That is true.
Or, you think soccer is more or football is more?
I think soccer is more
sport?
one-on. Oh, team sport? Football, for sure. Because the difference is in football, like, you have obviously your star players, but, like, the offensive line, you need linemen. You need people blocking for people. Like, soccer, it's kind of like...
And you only play one side of the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Soccer, it's kind of dual. I mean, I think soccer is definitely obviously a team sport, but it's just like there's
more individual aspects to it.
Yeah, than football for sure. But
yeah. What do you think about the because Mbappe got the golden boot, right?
Yeah.
Or did Messi?
No, Mbappe did. Yeah, he got
because he had 3 goals.
He had a hat trick in
and
the final
technically
game.
Messi only had 2.
I think
or
he
1.
Had 2. He had a penalty, didn't he?
A penalty
and then
in the regular season and the
or
in the regular time,
extra
and the goal.
time. And then he had a goal. So he only had 2. I don't know. I'm always indifferent about giving a trophy to a team that loses.
To a person.
To a person on the team that loses. But I think in this case, I truly think Mbappe was literally the best player in that tournament.
Was it he had 2 penalties, didn't it? Yeah, he had 2 penalties. How do you feel about that? That's where I was getting at. He had 2 penalties.
Mbappe's goals?
I thought so, didn't he?
I thought he only had 1, but no, he did have 1. The third one was for sure a penalty. But still, I mean, I don't know. A goal's a goal, but I also I think here's a hot take. I don't know how I feel. I'm probably gonna get reamed for this, but the penalty shootout stuff is weird to me.
Yeah, he had 2 penalties.
So 2 penalty shots and a goal?
Yeah, so how do you feel about because they were tied going in. They each had 5 goals.
Okay.
And Messi had 1 penalty and a real goal. And Mbappe had 2 penalties and 1 real goal. So how do you feel about that?
I think it's fine. I think he's still 3 goals, hat trick.
But 2 of them were penalty shots.
Yeah, but he still got to make it. Messi had missed 2 penalties leading up to that game. Still got to make it.
He did?
Yes. In the game they lost, Saudi Arabia, he had a missed penalty. And then the next game after that, he had a missed penalty.
I mean, literally every time he goes up to the ball on penalty shots, it looks like the most effortless thing ever.
Yeah, they're great.
Ridiculous.
But I do think it is crazy. I think, like you said, I think that's kind of a cheap way to get 3 goals, a cheaper way, but I still think he was the best player. I mean, he led the team back.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad player.
So, yeah, it's crazy.
All right. My top moment is a little plug. Put out a pretty good tweet, in my opinion, on Saturday talking about the college basketball games, and it was an iconic day in college basketball. 10.
So if you're not following the Twitter, you wouldn't know his handle. So plug your handle.
I also
plug your handle.
It's Chris_Nair.
Okay, thank you.
I also like grabbed it and posted on my Instagram story. So like, if you didn't see it, I'm sorry, you're living under a rock. Yeah. But literally 10 out of the top 16 ranked teams played each other. So, like, for instance, Indiana, who was 14, they played Kansas, who was 8. Gonzaga, 15, they played Alabama, who was 4. So on and so forth. There's 5 games where both teams were in the top 16 in the country. That's incredible.
Here's a question for you. So those were obviously great games. But my question is this, is how relevant do you think those rankings are? Like, is there a huge difference between Gonzaga 15 and Alabama 4? I feel like not really, right? Like, the numbers are great, but like Gonzaga also was number 1 at a point. They struggled. They beat Alabama, didn't they? Or did they lose?
On Saturday?
Yeah, I think they lost. I think Alabama won, right?
No, Gonzaga won.
So Gonzaga won. So my point is, like, how relevant are those numbers at this point? I feel like there's just so much, like, parity in the whole league. Like, truthfully, right? Like, teams are flying all around.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be some movement.
Right. But I think it's like the thing is, so it's like you look at those games. So like Houston 5 versus Virginia 2. I think Houston was favorites by 2.5 or 3, and they won.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, Arizona. Arizona was favorites. I picked that.
Arizona was at home.
One of my few wins of the week, but we'll get to that. Yep. And I think it's crazy because I think this year it's like there's obviously those 1s and 2s, but like you said, there's just so much change that always happens.
The weird one was actually, I think I can't remember if UCLA was favorite or not.
At Kentucky?
Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they might have been.
At Kentucky?
Yeah. Which would have been the only one where the
away team was favored,
yeah.
Probably? I think it is. I mean, it was obviously a huge week.
Massive.
I mean, yeah.
So
kind of see what you're about.
Yep.
I think it's always hard, too, because you look at like a team like Gonzaga, obviously going into the year, one of the better teams ranked up there, but their schedule is also a little bit tougher. They play tougher teams to start, which they kind of have to.
They have to.
Right. And so it's tough where it's just like if you win those, you look great, but if you lose, unfortunately, you don't.
I mean, they're likely going to make the tournament anyways, considering they'll probably win.
They just have to beat St. Mary's.
Conference. Yeah, exactly. So that's not really a question.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's tough.
I don't know.
Their first game was played on a ship.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You should probably attack the basket there.
Yeah.
There you have it. All right, Minnesota Minute time.
Bang, bang.
How we looking?
We're starting off hot. Minnesota Vikings, obviously the best comeback, greatest comeback in the history of the NFL over the Colts. Shout out Chris Lesh. You keep talking smack about you guys are the Kings of the North. You guys are dog trash. So we're now the Kings of the North. First place, clinched it. Mm-hmm. Timberwolves 3-game win streak. We witnessed it on Monday. They play the Mavericks and Boston Celtics coming up. Mm-hmm. Minnesota Wild also, they're on a 5-game winning streak. They play Anaheim and San Jose coming up, so they're sneaky.
That's a lot of wins.
That's
right there.
Great.
All pro sports.
Yeah, 100%. And then we got Gopher Basketball beat Arkansas Pine Bluff. They play Chicago State, one of the worst programs in NCAA basketball history. That's actually happening tonight, Thursday. St. Thomas Basketball is also on a 3-game winning streak. They played NDSU last night. And Gopher Football again, bowl games on the 29th in New York at Yankee Stadium against Syracuse. Mm-hmm. So
you don't know what's funny is
I think it's funny that Packer fans still think they're this. I love it.
Changing of the guard.
It is changing the guard. You can't even. I mean, I know that one argument's gonna be like, "Oh, how many Super Bowls have you won?" Whatever. Okay, sure. Let's talk present. And they always are like, "Oh, the Vikings stink. The Vikings do this." I mean, dude, we were down 33-rip to an NFL team.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't have put ourselves in that position, but there it is.
The funny thing is, on Monday, it was the same story where it was like, nobody was talking about how well the Vikings played in the second half.
It was
all, well, the Colts just threw that game away.
Yeah.
Their play calling, all their stuff.
Yeah.
Literally nothing about the Vikings.
Never is.
It was all about how the Colts threw it away.
Yeah. And I think it's the story of the year. And granted, I'll say this, I think we have shown flaws, 100%.
Our defense is terrible.
Our defense is terrible, but I think what's crazy is, so you give up 33 points and your defense didn't play great until the second half, but also at the same time, like, we went for it twice on 4th down. We gave them the ball at like the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Then we also threw a pick six, at least one. He had 2 picks, I think.
No, 1 pick six and 1 blocked punt for a touchdown.
Blocked punt, that's what it was. So it's like, we gave them starting field position that was terrible.
They didn't even need the ball on offense.
Yeah.
They scored two other touchdowns.
Right. I mean, I just think it shows where it's just also kind of like, yeah, that defensive coordinator probably. I mean, I'm not saying it was his fault, but your defensive strategy, if this bend don't break, is only going to work so long. It really is. I mean, we can put up numbers, but it's like the Lions. We can give up 40 points, but we have to try to score 40.
Our offense has to score.
Yeah.
Luckily, we scored 39.
Luckily. Great game, though.
Yeah. Well, the betting numbers,
Not great.
but
For me.
somewhat better.
Yeah.
Somewhat better.
Yeah, a little better.
So we have increased the amount of bets per week.
Yeah.
And if you aren't following us on My Action Network, you should get on that because
Great app. Does all the work for us.
I don't know about that, but
Well, I mean, it calculates all this stuff for us.
it lays it out nicely so you can stay up to date on how many wins you need to join us for.
Yeah. Or our picks, yeah. 100%.
Yep. So David was 10, 16, and 1 last week. So that put him at 3, 6, and 1 NFL, 3 and 2 NCAA football bowl games, 2 and 3 NBA, and 2 and 5 NCAA basketball.
Yeah. I will say this, and it was crazy. It was one of those weeks where it was like you pick prop bets, and literally your prop bets are one away from hitting, and then all of a sudden it just doesn't go.
Doesn't it?
Like, come on, Ross St. Brown, 6.5 receptions, has 6 receptions going into like the fourth quarter. Never touch the ball again. Screw it. Didn't want him to.
Nope. Didn't want
So, yeah, it happens. That's gambling, though. Those lines are crazy. They really are.
A lot of times, specifically the receptions,
The receptions
are always just 0.5 below.
right. 100%.
And who wants to pick a lower than
No, you
prop?
don't pick an under. If you do, I feel like if you pick it an under, I feel like that's the game the guy would have like 21%.
Oh,
21
100%.
targets.
Exactly.
So
Myself, I was 18 and 17 in the green.
almost a little bit above 500.
That put
That's
me
low.
at 6 and 8 in the NFL, 1 and 1 NCAA football, 1 and 2 NBA, and 10 and 6 NCAA basketball.
Yeah, it's good.
That is good. I'll
It's
take
always
it.
good to be positive.
18.
It's always good to be positive.
18 and 17.
So there you go.
Bam.
Bang.
Beer and seltzer time.
Let's fire it up. This is a new one. I don't know if I've ever even seen it. So it's called Two Chicks. It's a vodka, lemon, strawberry, and basil cocktail.
That sounds good.
Sparkling lemon strawberry kiss. Vodka with natural flavors and carbonation.
Of course, there's carbonation.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a seltzer.
Look at that.
if
It
wasn't
has-
carbonation.
Oh, those are hearts.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Good job.
I thought they were suits, like the cards. Nope.
We're finally to the most holiday-themed beer can that we have.
You think that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Reefs.
yeah, it's kind of.
with such as lights on them.
Yeah.
All right, this is what the beer is. It is from Crooked Stave Brewery in Denver, Colorado.
Crooked. And what is it? You said?
It's a. Oh wait, no. It's Crooked Stave and Omni Pollo.
Pollo means chicken in Spanish.
Yeah, it's a combination of both of them. All right, this is what it's called. It's called a Bianca Double Blueberry Almond Cake Wild Brett, and it's a fruited sour ale
What?
fermented in oak.
That might be the wildest.
That's what I'm saying. I told you. This is the first time
You
he
say
heard.
almond cake?
Yeah, almond cake.
Almond cake. What color do you think it's gonna be? I feel like it's gonna be like blue.
That was gonna be my guess too, like a purple.
Well, it just says blueberry. That's why I picked blue, kind of. But
I think
looks
it might
clear.
be a regular beer.
no, it's not.
It's like an orange.
Yeah, it's like a. Looks like a seltzer. It's definitely a sour.
I guess it. I mean, we should have guessed a fruited ale.
Yeah, but that almond cake. Interesting.
There we go.
Interesting. So yeah.
All right, 2 chicks.
2 chicks.
What do you got for us? 2 chicks?
2 chicks.
What flavor is this?
Product of Canada. Wow. Please recycle. Made with natural strawberry, basil, and lemon.
What's the flavor again?
Lemon, strawberry, and basil. It's sparkling
just...
lemon strawberry kiss. What it's called, yeah. It just says that up there. Pretty cool can. Decent. It's got a good smell. It's got some good flavor.
Yeah, that is good.
It's definitely carbs, carbonation.
It lets you know that there's gonna be carbonation.
I think it's got a decent amount of carbonation, but I don't think it's overpowering. Like, it's the first thing that hits your mouth, but then also it's just like it doesn't like stay. You know, like with Truly's, it's like all you can taste is carbonation.
With Truly's, it's just straight nastiness. We had this conversation last week.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that. That's a debate. We're not touching that. I think it's 2 chicks.
And it's slightly different. It's not a true seltzer.
Yep, it's a vodka. Well, it's kind of like a high noon, I think, right?
It's like, yeah, similar to that.
Yeah. I will say this. I think I like it
Lemon,
more than a high noon.
lemon,
Basil,
strawberry, and basil with vodka.
Vodka. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 chicks, huh? You got yours? I'm blue, I'm a bee, I'm a bee.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 6-4.
Okay.
I think it's solid. I mean, I think there's a decent amount of flavor in it. I don't think the carbonation overtakes it.
Why'd you go 6-4?
6-4? Because I don't know if I would want the same flavor of this.
Oh.
I think it has a lot of flavor. It's just not my necessary flavor. I'm not a huge lemon guy, to be honest. Strawberry? Okay. Twist my arm. Lemon? No. Don't twist my arm.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I think it's solid, though. 2 chicks.
Do you know what other flavors they have?
No, there was 2 other kinds in the fridge.
Oh.
At work.
Gotcha. Nice. I'm giving it a 6-6.
Whoa!
I don't know if that is a whoa.
What do you mean? That means you'd have 2 of them.
A 6-6? No. My number's 6-8.
Oh, shit. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your number is 6-4.
Yeah, it's right on the verge.
Well, 6-4 means you'd have another one. Mine's 6-8. I give it 6-6. I think it's good. I actually do enjoy lemon. I don't really know what would increase it higher.
Are you a lemon in your water kind of guy?
I can't tell you if I've ever done that.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Are you?
No. I mean, I'm not, like, if that's how it comes, yeah, but I don't, like, I'm not that guy that's like, hey, can I get a lemon with my water?
What about the bevy machines? Do you get the flavored water out of those?
Bevy machines?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are those?
Oh, at work we have this.
Oh, yeah. See, here we go. Oh, high class over here. 3M.
Yep.
So it's a bevy machine.
It just has a bunch of different flavored waters, and you can get the water still or sparkling.
Is it like one of those you push?
It's a touchscreen.
Have you like had Noodles and Company?
Kinda. It's smaller.
Smaller one?
There's usually a couple different kinds. Ours have 4 different flavors.
Got it. Okay. I've seen the ones where I guess they're pop machines.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, where it's like you can do everything.
Yeah. But there's 4 different flavors, and then you can have still or sparkling, and then you can obviously get the regular water too.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting.
So,
are you a flavored water guy?
No, I just get regular water.
Regular water.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Regular still water.
Whoa! Yeah, that's actually me too. I don't like sparkling water. I think it's just bad.
Man, you're right on the woes.
Well, I mean, I knew you were still. I don't know. I mean, sparkling water is just different.
Yeah. Ugh. All right.
To be honest, after having all these seltzers from this, sparkling water's not.
We know. Sparkling water. It ain't it. Yeah, all right. We got Crooked Stave and Omni Pollo.
I think it's Stav.
You think?
Yeah. Stave doesn't sound right. Where's it from? Colorado?
Colorado.
Yeah,
Denver,
Stav.
Colorado.
Definitely Stav.
And it has 2 websites
2 websites.
listed on there
Ooh.
for both breweries. But it's
Wait, wait.
it's 2 breweries.
Combined into one? Dude, oh, you probably don't know, but
No, it says it's brewed and canned by Crooked Stave,
okay.
Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
But then it has Crooked Stave and Omni Pollo.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're combined. I don't know. Cool.
It says it's a fruited sour ale fermented in oak fodders with blueberries, vanilla, almonds, and milk sugar.
Okay. Does it say how much sugar's in there?
It does not.
Does not.
No.
Interesting. That'd be an interesting.
When you smell it, I can smell a lot of spice.
Yeah. No, it's good. I've already had like 4
yeah.
sips, so just kind of grinding over here.
Holy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's way more sour. We had this sour
Sour last time. Last time was pretty sour too.
No, but this one
This
blows it out of the water.
I'm just confused. Like what?
Oh my God.
It would be interesting to know what makes like a sour. Like
Oh my
sour.
goodness. My mouth is watering from how sour that is.
Yeah, it's
Holy moly.
definitely up there.
That's got to be top 2 most sour of all the sours that we've had. I think we've probably done, what, 5?
I think 4 or 5.
Yeah. This is easily one of the most sour, if not the most sour.
Most sour. Yeah, it's up there. I mean, it's not sticking out.
Holy moly. I have only had 1 sip and I couldn't even focus on the flavor because I was just blown away by
I mean,
how
to be
sour
honest,
it
you
was.
can taste the blueberry flavor is definitely more out there. I mean, I don't taste any almond cake, which is disappointing.
Wow.
I was looking forward to the almond cake. But you can definitely taste the berry.
Double blueberry?
It's the
You
double
can taste
blueberry.
that?
I think it's more blueberry.
What about the oak fodder? Can you taste that?
No, because I don't know what it is.
What about
Is it called oak fodder?
vanilla almonds?
No, see, I really can't. I really only taste blueberry. I taste a lot of blueberry. Oak fodder.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell fodder?
Foeders.
Cabernet.
What's a fodder? There
Fodder,
you
and it's a
go.
large
Oh, it's a fooder.
barrel.
It's a fooder.
Fooder, yeah. It's just an oversized barrel.
Oh, see, there you go.
There you go.
Can you taste the milk sugar?
To be honest, I literally can only taste the berry. I'll throw this out there. I can only taste the berry. And now, wow. To be honest, soaking it down, it's definitely still in my throat.
Holy moly, that
just
kind of
sticks there.
Sour.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm a fan of sours, to be honest. They're just so...
I'm glad we did 2 in a row for you then.
Well, it's good because then you could just match them up.
Literally, my mouth is just watering from...
I know, I feel like my lips are drier now.
It's like a warhead.
Yeah, when you're just sucking on the warhead and it's like dry
Yeah.
and it's like, oof.
Yeah.
That's a good example, nerd.
Bam!
No idea what that was.
What?
Bam! Bam!
All right, what do you got?
I don't know.
This one is very challenging.
Very challenging because I don't. Here's the thing: is like flavor. Okay,
Pretty good, yeah.
pretty good flavor. It has a lot of flavor.
Yep.
Something I like. I might get maybe 1. Maybe, but you have to be ready for it to be sour. So like once I start drinking it a little bit more, I'm like, okay, trying to get used to it more.
You can focus on the flavor.
The flavor more, and it's not like you're like choking it down. It's definitely a little bit harder to drink, but I think at the same time, I would probably say it's a 6 flat for me.
Wow.
6 flat. I don't hate it.
That's
I don't love it.
Pretty good score.
We actually had a celebration for my cousin's 40th birthday. We went to North Star Tavern, and I got a sour.
You didn't, wait, what? You got a sour?
I got a sour because I had a beer that was, because I don't really like IPAs, and they have like a lot of fancy stuff. First one I got was it was a sugar cookie one, and I was very disappointed. Didn't taste anything like a sugar cookie.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I was like, you know what, I'll just go with the sour. And I got it, and I was like, okay.
Not bad.
But I don't know if I'm turning into a sour guy.
Sounds like it.
I
You
like
ordered
them.
one at a place. Here's
Yeah.
here's the question that I know everybody was wondering.
Oh.
Did you ruin the surprise party by leaking the info on the pod last week? Did you know?
Nobody knew. He did not know.
That's disappointing.
It's disappointing they don't listen, but it's also good on me. Didn't leak it. That's good on me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say?
Six flat.
6 flat.
I don't know. Sours are starting to grow on me, but
So you didn't like this one as much as last week?
no. To be honest, no. This one is like a pow to the face.
Pow! Right.
Yeah,
in the
pow to
kisser.
the kisser. That's what they say.
Well, last week you gave it 6-1, so literally just below.
But below.
I'm giving it a 4.9. Might be a little bit low, but I think
A little bit low. That's pretty low.
it's a little bit low. I think what's bringing it down is it. I do like the flavor, so that brings it up. But I would say how strong the sour is.
Brings it up.
I think that brings it down.
Yeah, I think the strength
Of the sour.
of the sour is tough, but like you said, I do
Brings
think
it
once you can get past that and you can focus on the flavor, I'm telling you, it has good flavor.
Yeah.
The blueberry stuff is great, but I think also at the same time, as much as you want to get over the sourness, it's pretty tough.
It's very
It's
tough.
very tough.
Yeah, it's very tough.
So,
Very strong sour. But
I mean, what a reaction by you to start. Whoa! That was what you said.
that's so sour.
Yeah, it was sour. But
Yeah, man.
so we'll see. I mean, so the last one was a lot better.
It higher.
Most
yeah.
people would say. So
Yeah. All right. So the two chicks, 6-4 for Dave, 6-6 for me.
some would say we're turning into sour guys.
Turned into two chicks.
Bodoomch.
And then I gotta read this title because it's so long.
So what?
Crooked Stave and Omni Pollo, double blueberry. Well, Bianca, double blueberry, almond cake, wild Brett.
I think it would be better if they brought out the almond cake. I'm gonna throw that out there. I think it would soothe it a little bit.
You want a sour that's almond cake?
No, I'm just no. I'm saying keep the double blueberry, but like bring out more of the double almond or not double. Bring out the almond cake
That's the can.
because it's one of those things where it's like the sour is so overpowering that it's like okay, maybe we should have something that takes away from that. But my opinion.
That one was 6-0 for Dave and 4-9 for me.
Okay, there it is. That's a review.
And that's what they call a review.
Bang bang.
All right.
So,
Lovely.
yeah, lovely. Now let's get on to it.
Let's transition into.
Get on.
Are we gonna give a bowl update?
Sure. Hopefully you haven't been following me.
So, in the last two episodes, we picked all 41. Is it 41?
Yep.
41. I guess maybe 42.
Well, 42 with the
Technically
national
42
championship.
with the national championship. We picked all 42 games. Well, I guess 41 because we don't know the spread of the championship. So
Right.
we picked all 41 bowl games.
Yeah.
Currently, there have been 10 played,
10 play.
and David is 3-7.
Pretty good.
I'm 6-4.
Pretty good.
Also pretty good.
We also did it by the lines that were
When we recorded, so
Correct.
some
That's what I was
some of them have potentially changed.
yeah, a lot of them actually have probably changed
Yeah.
a decent amount because they also 2 weeks ago or last week, some of these players are now coming out either entering the transfer portal or
Or playing.
yeah. Fun fact: I saw a tweet that over 1,500 kids are in the transfer portal.
That is a fun fact. It
That
won't be so fun for them though.
It won't be so fun because I bet you 1/6 of them find teams and the other do not.
Well, it's only I can't. I wish I remembered the exact percentage, but it's only like I want to say it's below 20% that stay at the same level.
Yeah, 100%.
All the rest of them have to go either they go down. If
Right,
they're at a Power 5, they go to a mid-major D1,
Right.
or if they're at a mid-major D1, then they go D2, whatever.
There's only so many spots. I mean, there really are only so many spots, and I'm not trying to get into the transfer portal. I think it's trash. I think what they do now.
In its entirety.
I think it's a good idea because I do think you should give kids options. Like, I think, okay, hey, if you're not playing and you want to play somewhere, sure, go ahead. But now you're getting people that are literally the starting player on that team transferring because what? Because they can get more money from a different school, or they can do something else.
What if they get a different coach at their current school?
That's the different option. That was also one of the other ones before where it was like, hey, that's a good reason to transfer. Now you have a JT Daniels, I'm pretty sure was just the quarterback of West Virginia. He's transferred 5 times in 5 years.
Well, he's an anomaly.
But I'm just saying, you got a lot of these guys that play for Alabama. Alabama has like 5 receivers that enter the transfer portal. Wait, what?
Yeah, I think
that's insane to me.
I think it's hard to determine anything based off of football players from Alabama, because if they went to Alabama, then chances are a lot of other places wanted them. Yeah, so those players can choose basically anywhere they want to go.
No, and I'm saying on that side, I just think it's just like, where's the loyalty? I get you guys didn't make the playoff for the first time. Like, dude, who cares? Suck it up. Get better. But, like, you're just going to transfer now to a different... I just don't get it.
Is that the reason why they train?
I just think it's crazy where it's like, hey, if they were in the Final Four, I guarantee none of these kids would transfer.
Yeah, I think you might be surprised.
I bet you their number 1 wide receiver and their 2 top offensive linemen would not transfer from Alabama if they were playing for the Final Four. Guaranteed. I will put money on anyone who wants to bet me that. We'll never find out the answer. I know I'm right, but I guarantee you if you're playing for the Final Four, you won't transfer. How many kids have transferred from TCU? Probably not a lot.
Well, I don't think the athlete at TCU has as many options as somebody...
Georgia has just as many options. How many kids transfer from Georgia? Probably not a lot. You haven't heard about a lot. Because you want to play for a national championship. That just makes sense. I mean, I get it after the season's over. But, like, also at the same time, like, if Alabama was playing for a national championship or potentially a national championship, they wouldn't transfer. They just wouldn't. That's my thought.
I think you might be surprised.
I don't know, dude.
I do.
What percentage of people of a team, if you were playing for the national championship, do you think would still transfer out of those kids? Let's say there's 10 kids that transferred. Do you think 8 of them would still transfer? I think what's wild is...
What's the question?
So, like, how many kids, if Alabama was playing for the national championship or playing in the Final Four, how many of those kids, and I gave a hypothetical.
Of 10.
Of 10. 10 starters. How many of those starters?
Well, it makes a huge difference if they're starters or if they're playing at all or if they're just not playing at all.
Well, that's my point. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying is they were literally 3 offensive linemen who played last year. And they're 2 wide receivers and a running back. That's 6 guys that are on the starting lineup.
Yeah, but you never really know what the conversations are that they're having with the coaches and stuff. Like, oh, we're bringing in this dude. Sorry, you're probably not going to play that much.
Yeah, but once you wait till the end of the year, you would transfer before playing in the national championship?
I mean, what's the difference? They would likely say that they're going to transfer after the season.
I don't think they would
instead
even
of
say
now,
anything.
But
I think they would just play
and then
transfer after the year. Yeah, but they wouldn't say. I don't think you wouldn't say, because then it would be like, okay, well, you're not going to play them.
No, they wouldn't say.
Right.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying my argument was if Alabama is playing for the national championship, they would not transfer
at all.
Exactly. I don't think any of the starters would transfer, but it's because they're not playing for a national championship, so they're going to transfer, which I think is bush. I think it's soft.
I don't know. I think there's still probably 35 to 50% of them would still transfer.
Wild. That would be wild to me. Just don't get why you would transfer playing for.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons that they would transfer. School, want to be close to home.
Wait, but we're talking. I'm not talking after the year. I'm talking literally right now in prep for the national championship. If you're the team's number 1 wide receiver, you're going to transfer?
No, they would say it after.
That's my argument. I'm saying before. My argument is if Alabama was in the position that Georgia
that's what you were arguing?
Yes, I would say 0 of them. That's what I was saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying that.
After the year, I don't give a crap about what you do after the year. What I'm saying right now is it's crazy because they didn't make the Final Four, and literally 15 of their guys have come out and said, I'm transferring.
See, I thought you were saying they wouldn't transfer, period.
No. I'm fine transferring, period.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is they would not be transferring yet.
I was confused.
If they were to be playing for the national championship. That
Gotcha.
was my argument. Not after the year, right now.
Okay. Then I agree with that.
Yes, that's my argument. I think it's trash.
Yeah, that's obvious.
I think they need to figure something out. Last thing on that, I think they need to figure something out with the transfer portal, because right now it's just madness. You're not recruiting high school players. You're literally recruiting guys on other teams. It's like the NFL almost, because now you can pay people. So it's like you're not recruiting these high school kids like it used to be. You're literally recruiting college players. Like, why wouldn't you recruit a college kid over a high school kid? I would. Bigger, faster, stronger, already has experience. I'm going to recruit him.
Well, that changed through COVID.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy. But I think they need to put something back into place now that COVID is like whatever. I think they need to put something back into place saying like, hey, if you transfer from XYZ to whatever school, you either have to either sit out or you have to do something. There has to be some give, or else kids are just going to keep transferring every year.
Well, I think I believe they have added different like calendars.
Yeah.
Of in this pocket of time you can transfer and you're able to play.
Yeah.
In this pocket of time, like
you're not.
Yeah.
Which is fair. That's a step.
They either like have talked about it and it hasn't started yet, or they have talked about it and it's like starting shortly.
Interesting. That'd be interesting
like
to
that.
know. Just as crazy.
I believe that's how it is.
So, but it is what it is.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is. So that's my college football take.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Do you want to transfer over to the NFL?
Yeah, getting down to it. The NFL.
So we're coming at you before week 16.
Yep.
Which means that there's week 16 this weekend, and week 17 next weekend, and then week 18. 3 weeks left of the NFL regular season, which means that we're getting down to the playoffs.
Which means that it's getting down to the nitty gritty. It is. Every game matters now.
And it also means that the outside games are freaking cold.
Yeah, that all of a sudden flipped on a switch.
Yeah.
So, but it's what you get.
That is what you get.
Yeah. I think it's crazy. I mean, we obviously have some teams that have already clinched playoff spots.
A couple.
Clinched divisions or just clinched playoff spots.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously have some teams that are eliminated, but there's quite a bit of handful that are just kind of sitting around still. Especially in the end. I mean, you look at the NFC. I mean, if we're going to talk about one division, the NFC South literally could go. I know most people are going to say, oh, Tampa Bay. And before the year started, I think some people would say Tampa Bay was a favorite by far. Easily. I don't know.
I think
they're still going to make it, but I just don't know.
I think we had the Saints as the second.
Saints as the second, which they're all tied technically, aren't they? Aren't they all tied? I don't know the first tiebreaker, but they're all the same record. They're all 5-9.
Yeah, the other three
Panthers,
teams.
Falcons, Saints, or Panthers, Falcons, Saints. Yeah.
No, it goes Panthers, Saints, Falcons.
Yeah, those three are all tied. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know really how that works. The first tiebreaker, but I mean that's like crazy. They could get into the playoffs with an under 500 record.
Well, the Panthers control their own destiny currently
because they have to play the Bucks, or what do you mean?
They play the Bucks, yeah.
Yeah.
They if they win out, then they win the division.
Yeah, because they have to play the Bucks and the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Both on the road, so probably not going to happen. They're going to have a tough one this week.
They also play the Lions, so
yeah,
that's an L.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the NFC, we got the Eagles at 1. They've locked up a playoff spot. Vikings 2. They've locked up the division. 49ers 3. They've locked up their division. Buccaneers at 4 because they're the last division winner. Then you got the Cowboys at 5. They've also locked up a playoff spot, but could still potentially catch the Eagles, but it's not likely. Then you got the Giants and the Commanders rounding out the top 7.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I saw a tweet actually, and I support it. I say this should be the first year that they implement something that they say, "All right, Bucks, sorry, you won your division, you're out. We're just putting all the NFC East teams in." Sorry, Bucks, you guys stink. If you're not 500, if they don't finish 500, what are we doing? It's embarrassing.
Well, they're gonna have to get after it.
But I mean, here's the thing: if they lose, who do they got this week?
They play Arizona.
So they got Arizona. Oh, then they play the Panthers and the Falcons. So what I'm saying though is if they win,
They can't. They literally have to win out to go above 500.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, they'll be below 500.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Which
And they're the only team that can go above 500.
Yeah.
In that division.
Above 500 and literally potentially below 500 and still making the playoffs. Wow.
Hosts a playoff game.
Even worse.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it is. I mean, who do you think is going to get the last one?
The 7th spot?
Yeah. Or 6th spot. Isn't it 6th? 6th and 7th.
No, there's 7.
Who's
spots.
the 6th?
So the Giants are 6 and the Commanders are 7.
Do you think is that how it will finish?
I think the Lions will be in.
Instead of the Commanders?
Yeah.
So they'll hop the Seahawks too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see. I don't know, dude. I mean, Giants play the Vikes. That could be an L. Will be an L.
All right, here's the deal. The Commanders, they play the 49ers, loss.
Mm-hmm.
Browns, could be a win, but toss-up. And they played the Cowboys, loss. That's 1 and 2.
Yeah, but then I think it's hard because you also look then at, Giants played Vikings, L, at the Vikings, at home against the Colts, yeah, at the Eagles. It all depends if the Eagles play their guys.
They won't need to.
Right.
Because they literally...
Well, if they lose this week and the Vikes win, we're only 1 game back of them, of the first seed.
Yeah, but they have the tiebreaker, which means that we're 2 games back with 2 to go. They literally have
Saints?
to. Yeah. They have to win 1 game.
And they clinch it.
Out of their last 3, they clinched the number 1 seed.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
literally 1 out of 3.
So you think the Lions will sneak in there? I think the Lions are a scary team to play. Bears at home and Packers. I think they're a scary team to play because I think they put up a ton of points and their defense is kind of coming along.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think they're a little scary. Yeah. So I think this week will be a good tell at the
What
Panthers.
do you think it'll be?
I think it'll be. I actually think the Seahawks will sneak in there.
Really?
Yeah. Chiefs, but then they play at home against the Jets, at home against the Rams. So that's 2 and 1.
I think they'll be 1 and 2.
Who do you think they'll lose to the Jets?
Yeah.
The Jets?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about that. I don't think so. But that would be my other team.
So I think they'll be 8 and 9, and I think the Lions will be 9 and 8.
Dang, Lions winning 2 of the next games. Okay, that's fair.
So I think
let's see.
The Giants will be 6.
Giants 6, Lions 7.
Lions 7.
Okay, and I got Seahawks 7, Giants 6.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I just really wish the Commanders would have won. I think they're a better team than the Giants.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Offensively, Daniel Jones is not really it to me. I love Saquon, but Daniel Jones is not it. I will say the Giants' defense kind of impressed me. They looked good. This week will be different, though. Vikings.
I don't know. The Commanders, not really about
Heineke,
it.
they trust. What about the AFC?
So we got the Bills, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
They locked up a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Chiefs, they're 2. They've locked up their division. Then they're the only 2 teams that have clinched a playoff berth so far.
Yeah.
Got the Bengals at 3, Titans at 4. Those are the 2 other division winners. Then you got the Ravens at 5, Chargers at 6, Dolphins at 7. And you got in the the AFC North,
Yep.
the Ravens are 1 back from the Bengals.
Yep.
And then in the AFC South, you got the Jaguars 1 game behind the Titans.
Yep.
So the Jaguars are currently the 3rd team out, but they're 1 game behind. So it's similar to the NFC in that regard, where there's one division that a team that is not currently in the playoff picture is 1 game behind the division leader.
Yeah. And I think it's tough because the Bengals have a decently tough schedule. They play at New England. I'm not saying that's a
win.
That's a win. But then they play at home against Buffalo, which will be a very good game.
Great game.
And then their last game, I think, is kind of a wash.
And Buffalo has to win because...
Oh, no, they play the Ravens the last game. Yeah, Buffalo has to win to get number 1 seed.
Right.
And so they still have to win. And then they play Baltimore their last game, whereas...
That'll be a great game.
Yeah, so I think they will go 2 and 1. I think they will lose to Buffalo, but...
Yeah.
I think the Ravens will also sneak in.
Which would put them at 12 and 5. Great regular season.
Great record. But the Ravens get to play the Falcons at home, Steelers at home, and then the Bengals. 2 and 1 is fine. You're in the playoffs. 11-6.
Yeah, 2-1, they would be tied, but they would lose the tiebreaker with the Bengals.
Yeah. What's going to be wild is last game of the year, Jacksonville plays Tennessee at home.
Good.
I hope Tennessee loses. I hope Jacksonville goes to the playoffs. I love watching Jacksonville. Shout out my boy Zay Jones. Baby. They're kind of coming along. Tennessee, frustrates me so much watching them play. They're just so...
4 losses in a row, not great.
Yeah.
The thing is, they lost to the Bengals, good team.
Yeah, playoff team.
Eagles,
Playoff team.
best team in the league.
Yeah.
Jaguars, pretty solid.
Yeah, tough loss.
And Chargers,
yeah,
who are also a good team.
Right.
So
100%.
it's not like they're losing to cupcakes.
No, 100% not, but I do think it is.
And then their other 3 losses are Chiefs, Bills, and then they lost to the Giants the first game of the year.
Yeah, which the Giants. Yeah. They have to play Texans, which will be a win.
Yep.
Then they play Cowboys and at the Jaguars. 1-2, unfortunately.
I could see them going 1-2.
1-2. And then you don't have the tiebreaker over Jacksonville, so I think Jacksonville takes that.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Tennessee makes the playoffs because I think Miami will be above them, Baltimore will be above them, and the Chargers will be above them.
Can you say those 3 again?
Miami,
Ravens,
Baltimore, Chargers.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Dolphins play the Packers, win. Patriots probably win. They'll
Is
probably
it at home?
They're at the Patriots, home against the Jets.
Okay.
I think they'll go 2-1.
I think they'll go 2-2.
I don't know which game they're.
I actually think they'll lose to the Patriots.
I don't know which game they're gonna lose, but I think they'll go 2-1.
Yeah. I know, but the Jaguars play. If the Jaguars can win this week at the Jets, they play at the Texans and then home against the Titans. Like that should be pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think they'll take a wild card spot.
Oh, Jacksonville?
Yeah.
No. I think they'll win the division. Yeah.
Right. But the second place of that division
It's not going.
Sorry,
100%.
you're out.
I think the Chargers will slot in there, and yeah.
And then the Chargers, they got who they play? Colts, dub. Rams, dub. Broncos, dub.
Yeah.
3-0.
3-0. I mean,
They're getting hot at the right time.
they are.
That'd be 11-6. That'd be. I mean,
That I will say this: those
Watch
teams
out.
up there, like you don't really want to play the Dolphins. Dolphins can put up a lot of points. They even put up a lot of points at Buffalo.
Mhm.
They were winning that game for a while. Ravens, always a contender if Lamar Jackson comes back healthy, which he should.
do you think he's going to?
I think he'll come back. Yeah, 100%. Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know. That would be interesting. I think they've shown a lot of spark, but it'll be interesting. But then obviously the Chargers. I think, like you said, they're kind of coming along at the right time. I mean,
baby.
their offense is figuring out they're finally healthy to an extent.
Right now.
Yeah, and so I think their defense still stinks, but
Do you think the Raiders have a chance?
the Raiders?
Yeah.
No. I mean, great win against the Patriots, I guess.
Yeah. Great win.
But you have to play the 49ers and the Chiefs to end the season. Good luck. That's the toughest part is it's tough when you have to play teams that are still contending for something.
Yeah.
Like, so you look at the last game of the year, like we just talked about. Like, so the Eagles, they'll probably sit their guys the last game.
Yeah.
49ers ain't going to sit their guys.
Right.
And the Chiefs, not going to sit their guys.
Nope.
So that's a tough schedule.
That is tough.
Granted, you get them at home, but still, no thanks.
Yeah. All right. Shall we do the Smash Don't Pass
Yeah, let's get
of
into
the week?
it.
So another update. What are we at? We got David's overall record at 18-27.
I did move up a little bit.
I mean,
One game does it though. Hey,
1-2, baby.
1-2 is better than 0-3.
And my record is 25-20.
Okay, there you go.
Who's
Who's
your quarterback?
My quarterback this week. I'm going with a different strategy. I'm
This is
going with
definitely a different
of
strategy.
Matt Ryan, projected 13 points, plays the Chargers. Last week I went with guys that were a little higher.
13.0.
13.0, 13 flat. And Monday night, so the last game of the year, also need him to feed my guy Michael Pittman a little bit. Not on screens, hopefully downfield 3 or 4 yards this time. But that's okay. So 13.0 against the Chargers.
I mean, you can't complain about 10 catches for 60 yards.
No. By zero means am I complaining about anything. What I'm saying is throw the ball downfield a little bit.
The only problem is he won't be throwing to Michael Pittman if he's throwing downfield.
Wait, that's their guy? He has to be throwing to Michael Pittman. He's
No.
the only guy on the team.
It's Alec Pierce deep,
No.
Michael Pittman short.
No, it's probably Paris Campbell.
Maybe. My quarterback for the week, I'm riding with my boys, Jared Goff. He's projected 15.5. I need a big outing out of him for my fantasy squad. And he's playing the Panthers. On paper, might be a mediocre matchup for him.
Yeah. Panthers are okay.
Panthers defense, okay. However, I think that Jared Goff knows that he's got to show out for the Lions to make a push for the playoffs. And luckily, it's one of the games that it's not freezing cold at. So he can still throw the ball. He can still feel his fingers halfway through the game. And he'll probably have, I don't know, chalk him up for 280 to 300 yards passing, 2 tutties.
What are we talking about?
That's a pretty solid day.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's over 15.5.
Yeah, that is. My running back is the Alvin Kamara. Plays the Falcons. He's projected 15.8. Falcons just seem to be one of the worst defenses every single year. It is a little bit different story this year for Alvin Kamara. He doesn't get every single ball thrown to him like he used to.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think he'll get in the end zone at least once, so I think he'll smash the 15.8.
Yep. My running back is Austin Eckler. Number 1 running back in fantasy, although this week he's projected slightly less than what he's usually projected. He's only projected 18.
Gonna have to wait for Monday night for that.
Yeah, Monday night magic. We're going, I don't know, 7 catches for 50 yards. That's 12. Touchdown. That's 18 right there.
5 rushes for 12 yards. That smashed it.
I mean, that's 19.2. Bang.
That smashes it.
That's
There you go.
easy.
There you go. So
Chalk it up.
chalk it up. My wide receiver is Devontae Adams. If you guys were watching last week, Devontae Adams seemed like he was somehow irrelevant in the game. I think he had like 3 catches.
Literally
4
didn't
catches.
do anything.
Yeah, relevant. And so he's projected 18.4. I truly think if you're the Raiders, granted you won on some funky, fooky play,
But he still won.
still won, and you still potentially have a chance for the playoffs, you have to throw him the ball your first possession at least 5 times. Do like the Bills do with Stephon Diggs and just throw him the first pass and let him get 4 yards.
Let him feel the ball.
All right, we're good. Let him touch the ball.
Yep.
He didn't get enough in warm-ups. There you go. 18.4. I think he'll have a good day. There you go. That's my smash.
I'm going Marquise Goodwin. Slightly different strategy than David because he's only projected 9 points. But Tyler Lockett's out this week. They're playing the Chiefs, whose defense is terrible. And they're going to have to score to keep up. So 9 points is so low for the second best receiver on the team that's playing.
Yeah, I think Tyler Lockett being out is huge.
Oh, it's huge. Massive.
Yeah.
So all he has to do is, I don't know, what is that, 5 catches for 50 yards? He can get 50. He's so fast. So he should be able to
Get that, yeah.
Get
and I think
open a
without
little
Tyler
bit.
Lockett, yeah. I mean,
The only thing that might affect him is the cold. It's going to be so cold there
100%.
on Saturday.
I will say this. I do think that Geno Smith loves DK Metcalf, but I don't think it'll play a factor in this.
Can't throw it to him every play.
You can. It won't work very well, but you can. But
Won't
I
do
don't
it.
think you will.
He won't do it.
You just need one deep ball. That'll pretty much do it.
Pretty
one
much.
catch, 60 yards, touchdown. Bang.
Yeah. Heck, just run it for 40 yards and a touchdown. That's
That's also
all fine and well.
Any way you can get there, you get there.
Yep.
So, bang, bang. All right.
Smash it.
Smash it. Smash it.
Is that all we got for the people this week?
That sounds like it is. That's all I got. Any last thoughts? Also, next week we will not be
Yep.
putting out a podcast.
We're taking
gonna
the week
enjoy
off.
Our time away.
And we're both on vacation. So
We're gonna rehabilitate our livers after these sours, and we're gonna take a week off.
Yep.
We're gonna just enjoy the holidays
And some sun.
and some sun. I don't think where I'm going is sun.
Is it not sun?
No, it's not sun, but there I don't think will be a ton of snow on the ground.
That's good.
So yes, we're missing this apparently massive snowstorm from Minnesota. So we're out of here.
We'll take it. So we'll catch you in the new year. Happy holidays. And we'll talk to y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.